589-8840. You're listening to AFR Talk Financial Issues. My name's Dan Celia. If you want to weigh in, 888-589-8840. You know, I hope that all of you have gone to the voter's guide. AFA has compiled an incredible voter's guide. It is an opportunity for you to pass it along to your neighbors and friends to make sure that they can vote their values. Now, listen, if you have a smartphone, you can text, if I could find the text number. So I'm going to rely on Adam to give it to me. I thought I had it right in front of me, Adam. Oh, here it is. I got it. So if you text to the number 70994, 70994, if you text the word Apple, if you have an iPhone, you will get the app right away. You'll get the app. It'll come to your phone. You click on it, it downloads it right away, and you'll get an app with the voter's guide. And you can take it into the voting booth with you, and you can check out for your area code, your zip code. You can check out how you should be voting, even for your local. Now, it's not going to tell you how. I shouldn't say how you should vote, but it'll tell you. It grades the candidates on a scale A, B, C, D, E, or F. So you'll be able to see where their values are. And so text to 90994, type the word Apple in if you have an iPhone, or the word Android if you have an Android phone, and you will get that app. If you don't want to do that, go to afaaction.net and download the app. You're listening to AFR Talk Financial Issues. My name's Dan Celia. It's great to be here, and we're gonna get to the phones. I'm gonna take, and we're gonna get to Fred Jackson. Fred Jackson is in the newsroom, so I see the phone board is lighting up, guys. Hang in there. I've got Johnny on deck, but we want to go to Fred and get some news update that we need. But you're welcome to call in and queue your call up. Ann is standing by, waiting for your call. 888-589-8840. We've got Fred Jackson, onenewsnow.com, folks, onenewsnow.com. You know, I try to rope Fred in as much as I possibly can here on the program for two reasons. One is to get news out to you as often as we can from a biblical perspective, from a perspective of truth and fairness that you won't get anywhere else. And that's what One News Now does. That's what Fred Jackson does. So I try to get that as much as possible. Not to mention, it helps me and gives me some information, but it helps the listeners get some information on things I'm not talking about. Everybody else may be talking about it, but I'm not. I'm trying to stick to the economy when I can. I don't do a great job. Sometimes I waver. Been known to go down a rabbit trail or two, but I appreciate Fred being with us. Thanks, Fred. It's great to see you.
Good to see you, too. And I guess our top story of the day, certainly we're dealing with American Family News and on onenewsnow.com, is the weather in your turf. Dan, good to see you. The power's obviously still on up there.
Well, I have a generator, so I'm not sure whether it's still on or not. I haven't been out of the studio.
You were planning to fly out today, but that didn't happen, someone told me.
Yeah, obviously. Three cancellations I had.
Yeah.
So,
is it nasty as far as what you saw this morning?
Yeah, it's really nasty, and it's getting worse. You know, of course, now the winds are starting to kick up, and the Jersey Shore is getting hammered, and this thing looks like it's going to take almost a direct hit to the, along the line of Philadelphia. So
yeah, 85-mile-an-hour winds. Yep. So it maintaining hurricane strength up there. So we'll be praying for you guys.
We don't do the whole hurricane thing too well.
No,
we're not. We don't even know how to spell hurricane up here. We don't. We're a snowstorm kind of place. We can do the snowstorm, but the whole hurricane thing that doesn't play well here.
Yeah, stock market closed down. All the major transit. Yeah. Man, it sounds bad. Well, listen. As I say, we'll be praying for you guys up there today. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
The weather has also forced the cancellation of a court hearing in D.C. today. Tyndale Publishing, taking the Obama administration to court on the contraceptive mandate. They've had to cancel the hearing today. Tyndale, Hobby Lobby, so many others, various Catholic entities. I think most people are familiar with this story, Dan, that they are opposed as Christian organizations being told they must provide abortion pills to their employees. And so Tyndale was due for a hearing today on that in Washington. It has been postponed indefinitely because of the weather. Hey, listen, the Associated Press came up with something really interesting during the weekend. They have been investigating on the ground in Libya all of the accounts of what happened on the night of September the 11th, the now famous Benghazi attack. And basically, they have come up with the conclusion that most people in this country have been learning about over the last few weeks, and that is it was a terrorist attack. It began around nightfall on September 11th, the AP says, with around 150 bearded gunmen, some wearing the Afghan-style tunics favored by Islamic terrorists, sealing off the streets leading to the U.S. consulate in Benghazi. Now, it goes on to say there was no sign. Now, this is the Associated Press reporting. There was no sign of a spontaneous protest against an American-made movie denigrating Islam's prophet Muhammad. And the details that they've been receiving corroborate the conclusion largely reached by American officials that it was a planned terrorist assault. Now, the AP goes on to say within 24 hours of the attack, both the embassy in Tripoli and the CIA station chief sent word to Washington that it was a planned terrorist attack. Hear that, folks. Within 24 hours of the attack, these people, embassy in Tripoli, CIA station chief, sent word to Washington. So the White House was aware of this. The Pentagon was aware of it. Within 24 hours, it was a planned terrorist attack. Yet, as the AP notes, and we noted many times over the last few weeks, days later, the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Susan Rice, said the attack began as a spontaneous protest over the film. And, of course, we now know the president was repeating that lie also. So there you have it. This is the first time one of the mainstream, more liberal news organizations in the country is confirming what those nasty conservatives have been saying over the last few weeks. This is astounding, Dan.
I haven't seen the article, Fred, but do they talk about the cries for help?
Yes.
Okay.
There were two articles that we put up on One News Now during the weekend. First quoting Fox News on Saturday, but this story from the Associated Press is on onenewsnow.com right now. You can go and read it there. Libyan witnesses support Benghazi attack was terrorist-driven. Read it for yourselves, folks. Like I say, this isn't from some right-wing organization. This is the Associated Press. They have been checking out this story over the last several weeks, and for the most part, totally can come to the same conclusion as conservatives have been saying, as others have been saying. This was a terrorist attack, number one, and Washington knew about that it was a terrorist attack within 24 hours. There is no disputing that anymore.
Well, I'll tell you, Fred, I tend to overreact to these kinds of things as a soldier at heart, but I think this is one of the most disgraceful things that has ever come to the White House and to our nation. And I am just, I've just been sick over these reports coming out all weekend long. In my opinion, everyone, including Panetta on down, on up, should be tried for treason. I really believe that.